Peace World. I'm called Eric. I work with the Harvest Collective in Montgomery County, Maryland, and decided that we should do a series of videos called Farming in 5 Minutes or 5-Minute Farmer, something like that. You get the idea. Basically, in 5 minutes a day, you can start growing your own food, and that makes it really accessible for everybody. So today we're going to start out with a perennial plant that's definitely one of my favorites because it's so easy to grow and it's so delicious and it produces so abundantly. This is the fig. This is a fig branch that I got from my uncle's tree, and this is all that you need to start a whole farm of fig trees. Basically, all you have to do is cut off a branch and stick it in the dirt and it'll grow. This technique is sometimes called cloning, but this doesn't involve any rooting hormone. It's got its own rooting capabilities, and all you really need is a pair of scissors, some kind of a container, and some dirt. Or you could literally just cut one of these branches off, stick it in your yard, and don't cut it down, and eventually you'll have figs, usually 2 or 3 years. So what we've got here is a milk carton. We'll start with the free way because I like things free. So you just take your milk carton and you cut the top off of it. Poke some holes in the bottom so that the water can drain. You don't want standing water in with your plants because it'll cause rot and mold and different stuff that you don't really want. So yeah, just a few holes. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And then this is just dirt that we got from around a bush in the yard. It doesn't have to be anything special. Like I said, these things will grow straight up in clay. You can literally stick one of these branches in the dirt and it will grow. And the time of year right now is spring. I cut these off a couple months ago and they just sort of sat around. So these kind of projects are great because you see a friend with a fig tree and you say, hey, can I cut a branch off of that? And then you let it sit in your yard for a while. And then one day, when you've got an extra 5 minutes, you go ahead and dig up some dirt and cut some branches. And all I did was cut that with the scissors at a little bit of an angle. You can see there. And I'm gonna bury it to right about here, because if you look at it close, each one of those little lines, or wherever you see one of these bud scars, that's where it's going to grow roots from. So the more roots that you give it, the better a chance it has at going strong. And so I've just buried that in there all the way to about the bottom. And in 2 or 3 years, this thing will start producing a few figs. And within 5 years, it'll be producing a bushel of figs every year. And that's all it takes to grow lots and lots of food. So next time you have 5 minutes, try to start a hobby of farming. Peace.